I'm almost out of fire extinguisher.
I am
Is there
too.
no active fire?
Yeah, we got active fire, but it's gonna take them a minute.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, hang on.
They're en route. So,
Ah,
really?
We got it at.
I'll
That was-
redo it when they show up.
Okay.
Look, the power of 3 fire extinguishers, man.
Right? Just relight the fire.
Yeah.
Was that you who lit it?
Yes. Let me know when they're actually set up. I thought they were set up.
Not yet. He's just now loading in the city. He's flying in, so. Go ahead and restart it whenever.
Okay.
We have a suspect stop.
Oh, baby.
Put 'em up.
Oh, my head. Oh,
Walk towards me. Stop
liberal
walking.
head.
Stop
Oh,
walking.
my head.
Stop walking, or I'm gonna tase you.
Oh, my God. God.
Taser,
Golly, my
taser.
head. Oh.
My taser won't
head.
fire.
Oh.
Taser deployed.
Mace deployed.
Oh.
Lay it down, man.
Lay on the ground or you're gonna get tased again. Lay on the ground or you're gonna get tased again.
Oh.
I hope
What's
you
up, my
like
eyes?
OC,
My eyes burn.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I hope you
God.
like pepper spray.
Oh, my God. Right. Oh, my God. Oh.
Okay, there you go. I just wiped your eyes out for you. At this time, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Whoa, hey.
Hang on. We
By
need
the
to talk.
court of Wisconsin.
Is there government on for him?
I have no idea.
Okay, because he's new and he didn't activate Prio and he's got a bunch of weird shit going on tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any government.
Okay. Alright, I'll take you back.
Who is he?
I haven't figured that out yet. I know he's playing Cletus Jones. I think he's Brandon something Snow in a Discord. I tagged him to look at how to set up the CAD.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh,
Chill out.
my.
Chill out. Chill out.
I don't like doing that shit, but
wasn't deploying.
Probably didn't reload it.
My car looks busted up right now, but it's all good. I'm gonna fix it real quick.
I'm gonna try to save what I can. This is my favorite burger store. Don't let it burn down.
I'll do my best.
I need the Whopper.
Oh yeah.
This fire extinguisher sucks.
So does this water hose.
You run a name for me, I'm not getting into that. Jack, go ahead. Last name of William, common spelling, first name of John Gary.
The fuck?
Nora, Tom, Adam, Robert, Ida, Ian, Sam, middle initial R.
Hey, the
Robert,
fire's right over here.
No, someone just threw a fucking Molotov over here.
2007.
There's somebody in the bushes on a four-wheel.
Stop roll.
Put it out! Oh, he's got me. Drop.
Do not move. Do not move.
I'm over here.
Do not move or you will be shot.
Yeah, he got me on fire.
Do not move. Do not move.
Yeah, Snowball, I'll call you down.
You want to move him for cuffs? I got him.
Oh, good. I shot, dropped, and rolled.
I'm out of fire extinguisher.
I can't even switch to my fucking fire extinguisher.
I believe it's her sheet. It should be on the instruction sheet on the bottom for the table of witness.
Go ahead and use your E muscle.
102 commit county matter for a subject with multiple gunshot wounds. Also 274.
You tried to burn down my favorite burger store.
Man,
Dude threw a
I can't tell
Molotov
you.
right on my face.
My windshield's broke because of a Molotov.
Dude, like, I was trying to put a fire out with a fire extinguisher and I heard him coughing, and then he threw a Molotov at me.
Thank you.
Where you going, dude?
All right, has everybody checked with him for injuries
moving.
yet?
I don't think anyone has yet.
Hi.
Quit
No.
crawling away. Quit.
All right, sir.
Stop
you were
it.
shot like 6 times. Can you not crawl?
You can shoot a guy 6 times and he's gonna
Okay,
fucking
well, I
run.
guess as soon as he
You
hits
want
the
me to-
wall, then we
You
can
want to pepper
continue.
spray him or what?
I'm
I
not
will
gonna-
pepper spray him.
Let's let him go to the wall.
I live for spraying this shit.
Oh, hold up. I thought he was gonna go through it.
You're gonna comply or the pepper spray be utilized.
I don't think that pepper spray works on him.
Hey, this shit in real life.
Okay,
will
what kind of
fuck you
injuries
up.
we got here?
Oh, he's got that mask on, man. He's ready.
spray pepper
It
spray,
doesn't
it'll go up. It'll go up and under that mask and hit him right in the face.
Yeah, it doesn't. A mask like that doesn't work against OC or CS.
OC scares me, man.
I
remember
love the
training
smell
when-
of it.
You're weird. I guess you taking it a lot.
Hey, girls
I
love the
use it a
smell
lot,
of it
bro.
too.
I like in real life, like 2 days ago, I sprayed an inmate because he was trying to kill himself. I dumped a can and a half on him.
I'm sure you've licked a little bit of it too.
Bro,
Oh,
fix
I
your
love
heat.
All right. Well,
I
it
don't
looks
want to
like.
talk about it, man. Okay, it's not my issue.
All right. Well, it looks like this chest plate he's wearing is not bulletproof. So.
I did take one shot to the chest. I should probably get that checked to make sure.
All right. Is County EMS here?
Sure.
Because I need to go get my jacket. I'm cold. Who was the primary on this?
Well, he was a.
I was the
Burger
one that
shot.
cuffed him. But
I
wasn't
sprayed
the
him with the
primary
fire
either.
extinguisher, and then he just took off. So I had nothing right there.
Yeah,
until
he threw a
Molotovs
Molotov
at
at
somebody
me.
else.
He threw a Molotov at me as I was sitting there trying to eat him, and then I started choking on it.
I was the one. I want my cuffs back before you take me. So just whoever takes them, unless you just want me to take them. But before I take them, I gotta take this vest off to see if I'm hit. See if I'm there. Because my adrenaline's still pumping.
You look good to me.
Yeah, I look good
Oh, look at that little baby bruise. You'll be fine.
too. Right?
Too far from your heart to kill you.
Well, I guess we can just stand here and stare at him for a half hour, or we can take him to the jail. I mean,
All right. Who wants to take him?
I'll take him. Those are my cuffs, so.
All right.
It's like a fucking horror story in his house, dude. That's his heat, no
What
joke.
is that, bro?
That's his
ahead
fucking
and
heat
stand
when
up
it
on
gets
me.
on.
All right. Well, I did shoot, so I'm gonna go and work on.
Go ahead and
my
stand up for me.
report.
Hey, 911 mechanic shop. No, we're good. You want to call us in for that 911 for the mechanic shop?
Affirmative, I did cancel it.
Hey, are you taking him?
Yeah, you need a ride?
Yeah. Apparently, I lost a tire somewhere in that.
Oh.
Thank you for the ride.
I was dangerously close to the wall. I was just inside. You walked in, and I just saw you almost hit the wall.
Yeah, no, it's pretty far.
I don't know.
What? Quit locking it. Oh my god.
Just push me through it.
Fucking Christ. I'm just gonna throw you through this one.
Okay.
Not dealing with the code. Come on, let's get the right angle. That should work.
There we go.
I'm not sure why every time I open up my menu, it pulls out a shotty. Alright, come over to this side right here.
I don't know.
Better
Mine's
fly.
been doing that too lately.
So obnoxious.
5-5. My apologies, 5-5, go ahead. Could you with a disabled northbound 894 at Greenfield, plate out of Illinois, Charles King 50075.
Alright.
I'm gonna try to push her off up to Greenfield.
They searched you, right?
No. I was not ready. Can you 10-9, please? Hey, I'm sorry. Northbound 894 National out of Illinois, Charles King 50075.
Alright, go ahead and turn around for me. And put your hands behind your back again before I take you out.
And you said you were northbound, correct? That's 301 report. 10-4. The remaining 29 for Justin. Yep. Yeah, what you do is 5285.
10-4 heat is valid negative.
For your crowd, call 29.
8 firm, he is also valid negative.
10-4. And hiding out at the address at 47 in center. High 6, that's 81 virus. 10-4. With that info in your track, are you confident we can break the perimeter down? Affirmative, break the perimeter. 10-4. Those on perimeter, someone please go let West Dallas know. 601 right, they can return. I'll take care of 63 north.
What the fuck was that all about? Alright, I'm gonna place you back in your cell.
Oh?
25 north 47, again 2825 north.
You're staying in your cuss right now. I'll be right back.
Let me start my truck. It's getting cold in here again, kiddos. Yeah.
83 dispatch. 83. Okay, he stopped him. I'm going to be a violator when you're ready. 83, go ahead. He put us on Good Hope right over 145. Out of Wisconsin, Adam Lincoln, Adam 8183. Extremely slow to stop. And 83, can make a description of the vehicle? My apologies. It's a white Mitsubishi SUV. Clear by both LV19 in the city. That's 931.
Go 31.
Brittany's out front.
Two four dispatch. 24. I copy that.
Hey, dispatch.
83, go ahead.
I'm okay. It was just a very frantic driver that was confused.
You were muffled there. Did you say I was a confused driver?
It's a new driver. She was confused on where to pull over. Forward of a stand by, we're gonna steer our game plan here. 207 to 471. Should we be over here at 63 North? We can put our heads together. 5-5, you can clear me and put me on that.
Copy. And 2-4, you can put me on at 894 at Howard. 2-4, I copy that. And 5-5, your last one, the 11C10.
5-5, David 7.
They're not doing anything.
Copy.
833. Dispatch.
Go ahead.
Can you get an ETA for the tow, please?
Got that, tomorrow. There's kids that are slamming doors, running down the hallway, baby crying and yelling. It's an ongoing issue. It's in 6 to
At this point, I'm gonna make sure that he's all right and everything. You know what I mean?
Tell him to turn off his duty blip.
The address is 2025 North.
Suspect in the black.
And he should be doing a white t-shirt.
What's his name? Does he have a name?
I never got an ID off of him.
Do you have a name?
Let me go ahead and check.
Do you have any bombs on you at this time?
I searched him. He doesn't have a bomb on it, but there could be a bomb
Okay.
planted in here. I'm not sure.
Do you know of a bomb inside the facility of the building?
Can't you pilot RP anyways here? What
Jail
the fuck?
cells are clear at this time. I do not see any packages or any bombs.
Alright, let's go ahead and make a run through the building, see if we see anything that's on the...
Hey, firm, clearing out the rest of the building now.
What the fuck?
Alright, watch out here. Check this door here.
Clear. Alright, let's move our way to lobby, offices, and then go upstairs.
Let me ahead of you.
Yep, sure.
You gotta stay behind me because I've got packing bigger weapons, alright?
I'm checking the way in front door.
And dispatch to 833.
Everything good up here, Chelsea? Cool.
They said less than 5.
Lobby's cleared. This door should not be unlocked.
Good idea in front.
Check it upstairs. Check it upstairs now.
There's nothing in here. What the fuck?
Go ahead and go straight.
What? What the fuck?
No.
Doing. Oh my god. This is funny as shit, dude. Alright, let's get you guys some music back.
Read your top thingy there. Nothing other than freaking out county officers that state that you need to get that Bastard.
Bastard.
Out of here. Okay, this thing's gonna be clear. It's just the county's freaking out for some reason. Let's find out why. I repeat, the
Hold
scene
on,
is
hey,
clear.
come here. Let's go talk to him. Come here. Let's go talk to the county.
You go talk to the county. I'm gonna go talk to him.
All right.
All right, how you doing, Mr. 8? So why is the county officer freaking out?
I have no idea.
You sure you have no idea why they're freaking out? Alrighty. Respond
Hey,
to
man, what's going on? Why are y'all freaking out?
do G me when you do that, by the way.
I know. I'm just making
Okay.
a little more.
125 respond to latest 911.
You wanna
Yeah, I'm thinking.
that 911 is gonna be restricted to a boloed vehicle as well. It does have a bolo on it.
Hey, can you tell him to turn off his duty blip?
His duty blip is off.
On my end, it's on.
My end, it's off. Is it? What color is it for you?
Green.
He's not even active. He's pretty sure that's. Hold on.
Is there a green on your thing?
Yeah, you. You wouldn't even be green. Yours would be orange, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, his blue dip wouldn't be green. It'd be orange.
Why is mine green?
You county officer state that the man is an evil person.
His would be orange. He's part of county.
Can he go ahead and respond to my slash me?
Say what?
He's not responding to my slash me.
All right. Yeah. Now you can go ahead and respond to the G me.
Get it done, please.
I was up in one of the offices.
You wanna
I've been
go ahead?
responding this whole time. I'm not done yet.
Why'd you clear?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Take your time.
There's something weird going on. All the county officers in here are screaming at us, telling them to get this fucking guy out of here.
All right. So he's taking a little longer to respond to it. How you doing? We had a little bit of an incident. It's all good. Seems clear.
Oh.
Trying to figure out what's going on. Why the county's acting up now.
Yeah, I'm talking to county right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Fire.
They're screaming at me, telling me to get the suspect out of here.
Well, listen. I'm gonna tell you now. This one here, he role plays out perfectly on everything. All right. So it might take him a minute to type it all out for you, but it'll be
You're
good.
good.
Trust me.
Let's just stop going out of Oski.
What was the suspect's name from the shooting at the motel?
8.
Unknown.
8.
Is it 8?
Yeah, you literally look it up. It's 8. The number 8.
That's what he's saying.
That's his name is the number 8.
Yep.
Yeah, look it up.
The officers are screaming. Okay, hold on.
Alright, I'm gonna move my head for a second.
Alright, well, that's no reason to get him out of here. Just send him straight to prison. Oh shit. Yeah, let's get gas mask on. If we're done to speak to him. And long sleeve shirts and gloves.
I'm just building the story because why not?
Alright, so everything's good here then?
Negatory.
No, it is not. Get gas mask on, like, now.
Oh, I'm still going outside.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you. Come out here for me real quick. Come on.
Hey, buddy. Scratch your noggin, scratch your noggin, scratch your noggin. Yeah, scratch your noggin. Lick me. I pinch you. You lick me. I pinch you. You lick me. I pinch you. Now what are you doing?
Hey, Ghost, out of RP, bro. We need to talk ASAP in a VC in Discord.
What?
We need to talk, bad. We need to talk.
Oh.
Can you go ahead and talk to me? I'll put in a high command request. Or just a request to talk to you.
You want it in PD or the main Discord? SO or the
Just
main
Discord. Just anything. I just trying to be seen.
Go to the lounge and SO.
In our server or in the main?
In the SO server.
Okay. Hey.
What's up?
Alright. So Bell. He pulled me aside just now, and he keeps going out of OC. Every time he needs to say something, he goes completely out of OC, ruining the whole scene and shit. Because I was over here saying, let's get some gas masks on, like now. And so he pulled me aside and he started bitching at me. He's like, you don't get to come around here telling everybody what to do. You're only a probation officer. And I told him, I was like, okay, fine. So you want me just to allow everybody just die and not tell you guys, because obviously you weren't bringing it up because he's higher up. And he wasn't saying shit about it. And then I told him straight up, I was like, you know what, man, you need to quit going out of OC. Like, every time you think that, every time there's a scene going on, you go out of OC just to fucking ruin the scene. Like, if you want to talk to me about this later, go ahead and bring it up after the scene when we're not in the middle of trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then he started completely screaming at me about it, saying that, I've always disrespected him. I've disrespected everybody here. I'm like all this shit. I've
only been here 2 days.
Exactly. Like, I'm fucking tired of his ass. Like, he's always going out of OC, and then he thinks everybody else is a problem, but it's him. Like, I've been here for 2 days, and I absolutely despise him. Like, I'm done with it. Like, I'm about ready to leave this sheriff's office because of him. Like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm here to have fun. I get bitched at by him. So I want to put a report against him. Like, I want that. I'm not doing this.
That's fine. You can file reports against him.
So, I mean, I know for me it's not going to do much. It's just all it might do is give him 1 D rank if it actually follows through. But
so what you can do is up on top of the Discord here, you should see tickets, and it'll be internal affairs, and then you have a report member of MCSO.
Well, if I don't have a clip, how do I?
That's gonna be kind of the problem, but it's still the proper channels to do it from. I can speak with him after this, but yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. But yeah, I mean, I honestly, I personally don't want to continue the scene with him, so I'm not sure what to do. Because I don't want to sit here and get into bitchy matches with him the entire time just because he thinks he's big and bad with everybody, just because he thinks he's so high up. When in reality, we're all officers. If I think something should be done, I feel as if I should be able to put in that same, like, hey, let's get this done. Like, if we're all gonna die to a toxic chemical that's coming out of your lungs, like, and he's not gonna be the one that says it, then I am going to be.
Right.
I told in the interview, I was straight up like, if something needs to be done and it's not being done, I will go ahead and say it needs to be the fuck done. Because, like I said, this isn't my first time being an LE. I was hiking in different servers, and I know what I'm doing when it comes to certain situations, and he's not taking the correct actions that he should be within the circumstances. So I will go ahead and do that. And when I do, every scene so far, it's been, I don't have permission to tell another officer what the hell to do. And I'm like, well, I'm not exactly telling him what to do. I'm giving a stern recommendation. In reality is what that is, because obviously they don't have to listen to the word I say because of my rank. But at the same time, I don't think rank has to be anything that does with it. Rank is a matter of, like, you know, taking scene commands or on what you do, how, like, you know, important you are to everyone. But at the same time, calls with safety, like, I feel like everybody should have the same word when it comes to that.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna stay here if he's gonna keep being an ass. I'm not gonna. He's done this with everybody. With the scenes yesterday, all he was doing was going out of OC. You were there. He kept going out of OC to yell at him. And today he went out of OC in my traffic stop and 22'd it, and I wanted the traffic stop. He did it earlier when me and him were playing a Civ. He went OC and got out of it. Like, he's just ruining the scenes. And then just now he won't see again. I lost it this time. I was like, dude, you need to quit going out of OC. It's just, and no admins, nobody does anything about it. That's why he keeps doing it. It's because he doesn't get punished for it.
So when he went out of character this time, was it like out of character to give a story, or was it just out of character to yell at you?
It was out of character to yell at me. He was somewhat chill about it at the beginning until I told him that he needs to quit going out of OC, and then he completely lost it and started like full on screaming at me. I'm surprised you didn't hear it from out here.
No, because he goes on whisper and he makes sure he's far enough away.
Oh, but yeah, he was straight up screaming at me. Like, there was another officer that was sitting here. There was an officer that heard the entire thing. He's come down here in a minute, talk to you, or come to me and see if he clipped it or not. Because I know a lot of officers here clip, but I still need to get my clipping software up and going. But I don't know, man. I'm getting tired of it. But I think he's rolling up right now, looking at the map since we're out of RP right now. But
all right, uncuff me, please.
Yeah, and here, just.
I'm not staring at my computer right now, so I'll just have to do it.
Yep.
Or at least not the game screen, I should say.
You just teleported through the entire.
Oh!
That's wonderful.
First I'm fucking with you on the way in just to have some fun.
Now you're leaving out with.
Without doing anything.
Yeah. I know, that sucks. I was actually enjoying it too, like I was having fun, but you know what sucks is that yesterday, I'm not sure if you were online, but I was actually I was with like a what's it called? Investigation scene. Like, I was part of a whole investigation, and like no one cared about my rank. I knew what the fuck I was doing.
That whole investigation scene where eventually we suspended it to everyone going back to patrol, and then I stayed with MPD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we found out so much about it, and then I went back on patrol. But we went through so much, and you know, it was fun. I knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I get the whole I should have stayed with MCPD within the end because of, you know, CID.
Right.
And obviously, and unfortunately, I can't even apply to do that because I still have 2 whole ass ranks to go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to him about that because I don't necessarily agree with that, but yeah. Anyways, so to explain last night why I had you go back on patrol. Granted, I wasn't the one that made the final shift.
I had no care in the world. I was the one that offered it, to be honest, because we needed officers out on the streets, and they had their whole thing taken care of.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. Was people need to be on the streets? Yeah, you found information, but in real life, low level officers will report information, but then investigations takes over. It's like, I don't want to be that guy, but it's like we had nobody on patrol. Civs were bitching about it. And it's like, all of us are tied up in the investigation. It's like, I need to split people off anyways. And Beck just went, boom, 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 boom. Like, oh, he beat me to it, but all right.
Yeah, but I didn't really care. Like, it was fun during the time being, and it showed enough people that it showed you guys that I somewhat know what I'm doing for when it comes to come to the actual if I get CID'd. But you know, other than that, you know, I had fun. And
right.
But I mean, I can call Bell over here. We can all talk together, get this sorted before I report him. See if he wants to calm down and talk face to face, and go from there. And if he ends up wanting to be a dick, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and report him to internal. What's Bill's call sign?
Farmer, I'm pulling you no VC.
Hang on. I'm dealing with shit in this one. Give me 5 minutes, please.
Yeah, call me because I got something needs to be put down your ear that was just brought to my attention too. So.
Okay.
I bet you it's a Bell reporting me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to Bell face to face with you here and see if we can.
I'll call him down here.
Settle things.
Come with me. We're gonna go upstairs. And you need to jump.
Doc, this is yours.
Channel switched.
I don't have an office here, just grab the one to your left. The big glass one. It's 315-324 direct.
What call sign did you just call?
I just did 315-324 direct.
Oh.
.324 status.
Is he still even in the team? Speak.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in Team Speak.
Yeah, is there an active dispatch?
Negative on dispatch. I'm trying to get hold of 324 direct.
Affirm. Fifi, do I have any active fire in EMS?
He was out here last, so. Yeah, he's over here.
I'm gonna say negative at this time, Bailey.
Affirm.
Or if you want, wait till the very end.
User joined your channel.
RP situation. And
Okay.
then just pull them aside afterwards.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I just needed to figure it all out. Appreciate it.
Oh, we getting rolled up on county boys.
Actually, I do believe that's. Aren't you the one that wants to report me?
It depends on after the conversation that I want to have with you first.
You see the conversation you're about to have with me?
Yes, I want to talk to you one-on-one in front of Farmer.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
No, before I say it, with no yelling and no interrupting.
Okay.
Q, real quick. I was involved, but do you want me to stay here?
Did you get that clipped, by the way?
I was just a bystander. I just witnessed it. That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm asking if you had a clip of it, just in case it did end up going to internal affairs.
I had it. I had it clipped, and my audio is shot.
125-10-742.
Just want to make sure you're cool, Q. Do you need me here?
You're good, man.
You know, you can go back.
Oh, you're talking to him, sorry.
No, you're good.
Alright, can we go inside the building so we can keep it to just us upstairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Just for now, do you guys mind turning off your duty blips?
Mine's already
User
off, I believe.
disconnected from your
I'll
channel.
go ahead and do that right now.
Lieutenant.
Alright, you mind if I start?
Set yourselves both to whisper, please, so it doesn't elongate too far.
To whisper.
Yes, please.
Ready when you are.
Alright. Okay, so the reason I blew up was the fact that within every scene, I've been here for 2 days, in almost every scene that you've been involved in, you have always going OC, and it ruins the scene. And like you did it when we were SIS, you did it when you pulled me over, you did it at the scenes with those guys yesterday that were being absolutely annoying. That was understandable though, but every scene so far, you've always gone OC, and it ruins scenes, and it pisses me off because I come here to have a good time and enjoy the fake life that's here, and then you come through and go out of character, and it's obnoxious.
Well, can I interrupt you right there?
Go ahead.
All right. When you constantly tell me to tell him to answer his skybox, and I was trying to let you know that he plays out every scene. I've been on every scene that he has ever done. When he opens up that skybox, it takes him a time. I've been on a scene where it literally took him, I guarantee it took him over 30 minutes to set it up because I got the call out for it. So when you keep constantly, hey, tell him to answer his skybox, tell him to answer his skybox, that's an issue right there. My other second thing is, I did pull you aside out of the scene to try to let you know that I had already taken the command as when I said, I am activating SWAT, I am now scene command. That was making me take scene command, and you barking out an order to another officer as I'm in command of the scene to put on a gas mask.
Okay, well listen here. You weren't putting yourself in that position to say. So in reality, if you wouldn't have done that, and if I didn't have done that, we probably could have been asleep on the ground right now if that was real, due to the chemicals coming out of his lungs. So as a police officer, as someone who's here to protect and serve anybody, including people of the department, of course I'm going to make a command that needs to be taken care of if you're not already taking care of it.
Yeah, well, you also got to understand some people are a little bit slower than others. And what you don't realize, you haven't been here long enough to know me. Like everybody else in this server, if you haven't noticed, none of my spelling's very good. None of my reading's very good. So I have to read over it 3 or 4 different times before I can actually make a decision. I can't read or write very good. And you know how that makes me feel?
I'm not holding that against you.
That's how I'd actually honestly feel, because I was taking my time trying to read that out to make sure I'm reading it properly. No offense to you. Nothing against you, but when scene command says something, that's already been taken that way, and the way you blew this out makes me feel like I have no existence here. And also on top of that, I did pull you aside. That's why I called the staff in play. It's because I pulled you aside after you asked me to stop talking out of character. I had gotten annoyed to the point to where you had kept telling me to tell him to check his skybox. Otherwise, I wouldn't have went back there and told him to check his skybox instantly. So that's what I did. And when I realized what he said, I am working on it. I had come back and told you, hey, give him time. He takes his scenes out properly.
Hey, you act like I've been here for 35 weeks, bro. I've been here for 2 days. I know Farmer as a police officer, not a civilian.
Okay.
So I would know that if you was to tell me that originally, then I would have stopped. But you weren't responding, and neither was he.
That's because I was constantly running back and trying to read Skybox at the same time. I'm not very good at multitasking certain items, okay? I have dyslexic. I have ADHD. I have a lot of different disorders, all right? One of those things is in dyslexic is I can't read very good.
And
I read by
trust
memory,
me,
okay?
I know what that is. We both have the same issue.
All right.
My mind just may not be as bad as yours.
So and also, you saying get a gas mask on, you're barking at an order. How do you know the officer could have been higher than you? And you can't tell someone higher up unless you have a certain arranging to tell them to get something on. That wouldn't look good.
Well, I personally would rather get reported for telling someone higher than me what to do than to watch my officers fall asleep on the ground because of that not being something.
I respect that. But you coming in here and acting like, and then straight up as you're running back in the building hollering, well, I'll just report you for OOCT, basically out of character talk. When I pulled you aside, even the staff, I've done this before in front of staff. Like, I have pulled people aside to try to situate the problem before it becomes a staff issue, because I don't like getting staff involved.
You
Okay.
paused the entire scene to talk to me about that, which could have waited until the entire scene was over. That's what I'm saying here.
You know what? We're not going to get anywhere with this. I tell you what, Farm, you'll have my letter of resignation by the end of the day.
Okay.
I'll solve the problem now, because if this is how this is going to play out, I'm just going to leave 5 in, because I've got enough issues. This is my escape, and I have no escape.
Alright. So there's one solution to that.
I guess.
As far as telling higher ranked officers to throw masks on and stuff, I would say you need to word that more so as, this is what's going on, this is my fear, I believe we need to put protective gear on, whatever that would be, whether it's a gas mask, whatever. One thing to keep in mind is when you're at police stations and stuff, they are green zones. There is no violent RP allowed. So especially with myself, if I'm playing a civ, I'm not gonna be like murdering you guys here at station. There are some civs that try to pull that shit off, but as soon as that happens, call for government staff, whatever is in here, or if there's a high-ranking officer on, have them come in and try to deal with it. Sadly, he chose a letter of resignation way to go, which sucks, but I can't do much about it if that's how he feels. The out-of-character stuff does need to be done outside of the scene. I do understand if it's taking someone a while to respond to the skybox. For myself, I do like to have longer skybox responses. Usually if someone comes to ask me once, I go, hey, I'm working on it, give me some time. I know you weren't the one directly dealing with that. He was kind of a middle liaison. Sadly, that's just how it worked out in this situation here. So just kind of...
I like the man. I do. Like I said, some things are... He gets on my nerves and stuff, but he's a good dude. Like, I don't want him to leave, but it's honestly, at this point, it's not up to us. Obviously, he feels as if he can't do this because everybody... It's not even like I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I feel a little guilty. It's honestly my fault that he's leaving because of this whole situation. I kind of took my my retired police department and brought it to this one with my skills or my not skills, I should say, like what's the word I'm looking for? I came here acting as if I was, experience. I came here with my experience, and with that experience, I take things to a level not realizing that I'm still low rank, because I still feel like I'm higher than a lot of people. But at the same time, I shouldn't feel like that, because, I did come in here. Everybody has to start from day one, and, I came in here feeling like I started it, 4 years. So...
Right. And with the experience, it's nice to have, but we do start everyone out at a low level. It is to see how you work with the others in our service and to see what your experience actually is. Because we've had people come, and at least in my old server when I was a whole civ manager, I controlled all that shit. We've had people come in and say, I've got 5 years of this. I don't even think 5M's been around that long, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. And they're like, I got all this experience and stuff. It's like, well, we're not going to start you off as a sheriff or as a high-ranking civ or nothing. We didn't do civ ranks, but anyways, the point is, we're going to start you out at the bottom of the totem pole. If you're really good, you will jump ranks. That is not the problem. We'll get you up to where you're supposed to be experience-wise, and bada bing, bada boom. Sadly, you will have to listen to higher-ups that you may have more experience than, but they've been here in this department longer than you have. It's just kind of how a totem pole works. I'm not really for it, but I also don't want people jumping in saying they've got 5 years experience when they don't even have 2 minutes, and then they just trash the shit out of everything.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying like boost me up or anything, but I'm pretty sure I've been told by many people that, they can tell that I have experience with this. So
Right, and sadly, I'm not even in the weekly meeting on who gets promoted. That's 01 to 05. That's literally where those decisions sit.
Yeah. So, but
all I
when
can
is
say
that
is
end of the
work
week?
commendation. Typically it's on Sundays, but I don't exactly know how the new command's doing it. If they're doing it every Sunday or every other Sunday. It's kind of a shit show the last 2 weeks here. This new command's taken over and things are changed up. So the command's
Yeah, I've
good,
heard.
but it's just the fact that they're taking over, still putting in their policies, and it's just like the fuck.
Yeah, understandable.
And it's my third command since I came here, so yeah. But that's pretty much all I have. I mean, sadly, he's choosing that route. I'm going to go try and speak to him after this here a little bit. But I guess you're free to go back on patrol. If you need to pursue this farther, go ahead. But, yeah.
I'm not gonna get if you want to try to get him to stay. I mean, go ahead. I'd like for him to stay. He's a good guy, but
Right.
I just don't want to be dealing with getting yelled at over me trying to keep OC together.
Right.
But yeah, I'd like for him to stay. I just don't want to be getting yelled at over some BS.
Right.
Listen. I got one thing to say. I more than likely won't stay because it's not just you, okay? I've just today has been one of those days where I don't know if you know this, but Bailey has ran me over. People that are beneath me have just, not listened to anything I say. I have a learning disability. I know this. And I try my hardest to work with certain things. Sometimes some of the things that people say gets on my nerves and does certain things. But I respect what you're saying, and I respect everybody here. All right. My thing is, you've got to sometimes, not everybody has, faster experience times than most people. I understand you've been doing this for quite some time. This is honestly, and I don't know if Farm was a part of the Buckeye State, but I was a part of Buckeye State. This is the type of exact same reason that made me leave Buckeye State. And yes, even though I'm 30 years old, I have a mental capacity that's a little bit weaker than everybody else's. And I don't have a lot of friends in IRL. So when I actually meet people on Xbox and stuff like that, I classify them as family. Believe it or not, you would be classified as family. You just have to give it time to get to know me a little better. Okay? But other than that, it's entirely up to you. If you want to report me, I am okay with it.
I'm not reporting you. I was just telling Farmer here that I really didn't want you to leave. Like I wasn't gonna come over there and try to stop you because your decision's your decision, man.
But
I'm not gonna try to fuck with that. But
right, I'd like to rather pull someone aside and try to educate them quicker. And, that way they can understand, instead of having to wait until the scene's over, because I will eventually forget about what I was wanting to talk to you about. And that's my issue. So it's easier sometimes for me to pull them aside, and I knew the zone was a green zone. That's, but I get where you're coming from, and I get where a lot of people are coming from. But you've got to understand where I'm coming from as well, okay?
yeah, I understand. Like I said, I really don't want you to leave. Like you're an amazing guy here.
And
Me and Farmer, I'm pretty sure we're pretty upset that you're leaving.
And the staff members that were just over here, I asked them. I said, "Did I do it the wrong way?" And they said no. And yes, sometimes I will admit it. Sometimes I go out of character. But you got to think, if me going out of character can be a part of my ordeal, if I won't say OOC, I'll start talking about something random, more than likely too, in certain areas. And the reason for that is it's a part of my disability. The character you witnessed, my civilian character, that character is legitimately no joke based off me. Okay? So him jumping from one thing to another, it's a part of who I am. The Justin Edwards character that y'all met, that's my blood brother. Y'all also know him as Mike Santiago. My blood brother can tell you I have more issues than your average person with issues. I have more problems than most people. And it's embarrassing to admit. It really is. Hence why I'm actually sitting here and it sounds like I'm crying just because it's embarrassing. Okay? And I'm not, and I don't know, and don't say you sorry because I don't want you feeling sorry for me because I've dealt with this my whole life, okay? So that's the last thing I need is pity from someone. You know, if that's why you're not wanting to report me, dude, by all means, I don't want you to feel sorry. If you feel it's necessary to report me, do so. Okay.
Before this whole conversation, and I told him that I wasn't gonna report.
But when you run, you also got to understand where I'm coming from. I had Bailey disrespected me. Farmer seen it. Was it you, Farmer, that seen it for yourself the way Bailey was disrespecting me?
By the time
Bailey's getting to the point where.
And then I had to go get dinner because she like left. I don't know what the hell happened because she ran you over and then just left, and I couldn't get her on radio to talk to her.
Right.
And then
I went to
I went to
Civ
go
because
get
of
dinner, and then I came back and you guys were all Civ, and I was like, okay.
I'd went Civ before she did, but needless to say, that was my way of trying to get away from, you know, getting upset with everybody. Like, you're not the only one that noticed it, Farmer. Like, I've got certain people disrespecting me, and I didn't even know what IAE is. I don't know what that is.
Hey, I'm sorry to break this apart. Hey, I'm gonna ask you one thing. Do me a favor. Give us one more shot, man. I really don't want you to leave. You were the one that got me here. You're the one who did my ride along, everything. Like you're
right. And
I have anger issues, terrible anger issues. That's where all that breaks through. But if you're on in about 25-ish minutes, I'll be back, and me and you can have a heart-to-heart talk.
Or you can just add me on message or on Discord, and we can talk there instead of doing it in game.
Yep, we can do that because
that way, if I have to say something to you from now on, I'll just message you. You know what I mean? It'd be so much easier.
Yep. But I'll go ahead and add you on Discord right now. I do have to go 10-6 for a minute and go do some stuff IRL, which is why I'm cutting this a little short. But I will DM you once I get back and we can actually talk.
All right.
All right. Cool.
So would you like to consider doing a transfer to another unit or what?
Honestly, no. If this is, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is Buckeye is where I was the sheriff deputy at. There's a reason I was there. And there's a reason I joined this one. It's because I love working with certain particular people.
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all want me to leave, I'll do so. I have no problem giving.
No, you're not leaving. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you.
Well, no offense, but this time you really can't say much because your ranking doesn't allow it. I'd have to give it to someone higher.
I was joking. It was
Now, if Farmer could tell, I can tell you right now, Farmer probably wouldn't accept my letter of resignation, and more than likely, you know, Sergeant Jackson wouldn't accept it. Beck maybe would accept it. Yosh may tell me to get my shit together and straighten the fuck up and turn around and try it again. Or Yanni would. I know how Yanni is. Yanni would tell me to straighten up and try it again.
Right. And I don't know any of you from the past. I'm literally just the lone wolf here that kind of just showed up. So.
Well, I've known Yanni. I've known quite a bit of the guys since Buckeye. And Farmer, I'm not going to lie. I've come to like some of your scenes because of the way you play them out.
Yep.
That's why it annoys me when certain people like says, can you go ask them to, can you get, and I'm sitting there thinking, that's why I said what I said, you know, hey, he's a write it out kind of guy. You know what I mean? I didn't know what else to say and how to say it. You know, it's going to take a minute. He's trying, or, you know, without going out of character, I didn't know how to say it. You know, it's more like, hey, he likes to play it out properly.
Let's go to the other office so he can do AFK shit, not worry about us.
And then I did, when I talked to the staff, I don't know if you heard what they said.
I came up at the very end. I didn't.
All right. I asked staff, should I have handled that a different way? Both of those staff members, because there was two of them there, but one of them couldn't, you know, act as staff because he was part of the scene.
Yep.
Said that they would have done it the exact same way I'd have done it, because the other one said as soon as he asked me to stop talking out of character, which I wasn't trying to. I was trying to explain to him, you know, hey, it takes him a minute because he writes the scenes out. I didn't know how else to say it. I did, and then I pulled him outside and told him, hey, you know, I'd already taken scene command. It takes me a minute to understand what certain people are saying. I'm slow. Sorry, but it's the truth. Hence why you've seen it for yourself. I'm pretty sure how long it takes me to write a ticket out.
Yep.
And not one of them has complained. I think everybody that's seen me in here knows I'm a little bit slower at doing certain things. Speaking of which, I got a real question to ask. How come no one's looking over my records?
Are you putting them in the CAD reports channel?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's been something with the new command too. It started under Stroker, then it was never pushed, and then now it's just kind of like, we're doing this, but yeah.
Okay, because I had noticed none of my reports were being looked over, like my arrest reports, my citations.
Yeah.
But
And
as I was
asked under
saying,
Stroker what was going on with that, and then it was literally just, we don't really know. We're just kind of we're putting them in there. I'm like, Jesus fuck.
so, and then also on top of that, and then they said, yeah, they would have pulled him aside or waited till after scene. Well, if I wait till after the scene, let's say you play the scene out for an hour, like we've had do before. Yep. I'm going to forget what I needed to tell him after that hour. I'm not going to lie. I have no way to notate it or anything.
Yep.
So I just, that's why you've seen me pull people out of side. Like I pulled Bailey out of character. I pulled her away from everybody. Say I need to talk to her privately, and that's normally when I'm doing the out of character ordeal.
Yep.
Like last night, I did it. Today I did it because I'm trying to help and learn at the same time. That's why I pulled him outside to where I pulled him away from you, because you were the head of that casino, so you didn't need to hear it. That way, I pulled him away from you to try to talk to him. That's where that comes into play. And sometimes, yeah, my character will go out of character. Well, I'm sorry, but that's how I am in real life. I'll bounce from one thing to another. If you ever notice, we could be talking about cars and then I'll bounce to talking about air conditioners somehow. I have ADHD, bipolar, OCD, schizophrenic, PTSD. I have more issues, like I said, than most people. My brother can vouch for it. My brother can tell you I've been this way my whole life. And I've tried to adjust it. It's a lot harder when people don't understand what I have. And then, they real think that I can respond quick enough like, you could. I can't. It's impossible.
Right.
So, but I understand no one wants me to resign. But on the same necessary, also, I'm the rank that I am, and y'all tell me the lower deputies need to have respect for, commands and stuff like that. And let's say y'all make me an FTO, hypothetically,
mm-hmm.
and I get treated like that. I mean, that doesn't look good for the department. You know what I mean? That's just my problem. I'm supposed to be this high up person, and then I can't do what I'm supposed to do without going out of character, because I have no other way to explain it as an actual officer. Because, like, some of the people in our departments, they have this in real life experience. I don't.
Yep.
So it's a little bit harder for me. I've only been doing this for a year, this role playing stuff for a year. I mean, you think about it. You could tell I've only been doing it for a year. Because there's still things I haven't learned.
I've only been doing it for a year too.
Right. And you're quicker at learning it than I am. And I'm not as quick as learning it, so I'm learning it piece by piece.
Mm.
And I think some of the people have noticed that. I think Snipes, just the amount of times that he's ever been around me, he's noticed that I have some issues.
That's why I wasn't trying to be a dick yesterday when you were doing stuff and I was sitting in a Discord call and I was like, /G me this, /that. It was just, I wasn't trying to tell you how to run the scenes. It was like, look at look at doing that, just trying to give you other ideas.
Yeah, you were trying to help me, and I figured you'd notice it eventually. Most people notice it within the first day of meeting me that I have some issues. So, like, if I've arrested you, more than likely, well, I have a little bit of problem spelling, because my spelling's not the greatest. Like, you'll hear my mic mute.
I was trying to figure what spray paint was until you came
spray
up to
paint.
My car. I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. So it was like, I don't know how to spell certain things, so every now and then, like, search is a hard one for me to spell.
Yep.
Until I get the hang of spelling it and seeing it enough, I will never learn how to spell it properly. I read by memory and spell by memory. In other words, if I don't know the word, I can't read it. And more than likely, if I haven't spelled the word enough, I'm not going to be able to spell the word. Like weapon, I figured out how to spell that just because I've been having to type it in so much just to get my loadout for SWAT, you know what I mean? So that's my brother can even vouch for it. My brother, I used to be bullied in school because of these problems. I got into a shit ton of fights in school. And no, I don't think I'm better. I don't think I don't think, I should be treated special just because I have issues. I honestly don't. And my brother could tell you that that's the one thing my brother says I have a lot. He has a little bit of respect for me is because I don't want treated different. I wanted to be treated the same as you would anybody else. So if I need to be banned, ban me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If I've done something to break the rules, don't give me special treatment just because I have some disabilities. That's how I've always been. Like I am a different breed of person. Now, I look as my problems as somewhat of a gift. That's how I am. So, but the staff said they'd have done it the exact same way, either pulled him to the side or waited till the scene ends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always what I've done. I said, all right, I pull him to the side for those reasons because it's easier for me to do it.
And I agree with that. Like last night, I think it was, and like the night before or whatever, when we had my failed scene at the gas station, and last night when we had just the other generic shit that scenes just weren't making sense, and you were like, it was basically the end of the scene because it's like, this scene makes no fucking sense. And you're like, all right, out of character, what were you trying to fucking do? And
Right.
straighten stuff out. So like that stuff, it didn't bother me. Now if it bothered other people, no one's told me about it because like the scene's pretty much done, and yeah, it makes no fucking sense what happened and what they're trying to do. It's like, let's get back on track, let's figure it out, let's make this work for everybody so we make a scene out of this.
Right,
like,
and
yeah,
you
that
see, I
stuff
said,
makes sense.
and I told him, hey, let's retry it. As you see, I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm trying to, role play just as well as everybody else, but I want to see the scene go, the way it should, not always to shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, seeing that from, when we had the gas station, the 24/7 robbery, the one we all had the meeting about, seeing that go to shit has made me learn, hey, when something like this, I try to avoid, and that's what I told, that's what I was trying to explain to him. That's why I pull people aside, even in the middle of a scene, to try to avoid getting staff involved. Because who knows, staff could be role playing, and if they're role playing, we're interrupting their scene just to call them in to deal with this problem.
Correct.
And I've actually, I've heard people say I make great staff for certain situations. And I would, it's because I don't want to see anybody get banned. I don't want to see anybody have to leave. We're a family, and that's how I look at it. My brother can tell you, I don't talk to my grandparents. I don't have hardly any friends. I have very little friends. And when I meet people on Xbox or on PC that I like, I stick around for a little bit. I don't, I try to play with them. Like, I've got friends on Xbox that just stop talking to me, and I don't hear from them anymore. So it's easier for me to make friends that I don't know in IRL over a game than it is for me to make them in real life because of my problems that I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my brother's the same way when it comes to that particular aspect. Sits on that Xbox for 40 hours a day, I swear to God.
Yeah, so, but also I got to figure out what's going on. Let me speak to my brother. I'm going to speak to my brother real quick. He's in the mic with me. He's been listening in because he's trying to keep me from leaving the department too.
I mean, you take care of talking with him, and then, yeah.
I tell you what, how about this? Give me a little bit of time, like at least a day or two, a break from the department, and then we'll go from there.
That's fine. All I was going to say is I can't force your decision either way. You hand me your resignation, I have no choice but to accept it. I can't control what you want to do, man. That's entirely up to you. I mean, it sucks if that's what you want to do, but I can't do anything. I'm not Genie.
Right. My only thing is that we got to get it in order where people are a little bit more respective to the higher command. Like, they're going to be a little bit more respected to you and all the other FTOs because y'all have like y'all have a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all have a different voice than mine. Mine's not like yours. On your mic, it sounds deeper. So it sounds like you're a little more sophisticated than me. And so I get it that I'm going to be ran over a little bit because they're not going to take me as serious. See, my brother mentioned IAA or whatever it is. You know, the people we report other officers to.
Internal
I don't
affairs.
Yeah, I didn't even know what the hell that was. My brother was like, you need to, if you have a problem with that, report them to that. I don't even know what that is.
We have one. I can walk you through the process if you wish, but
I mean, I'd rather not report someone unless it's something serious. You know what I mean? I'd rather, try to discuss it with them than,
and that's what we have
reporting it to
command
them.
in place for. The fact is that no one's really ever, at least I've been through 3 commands so far. I think you've been through 2. I don't know if you're here for Peach and Crimson's command.
I've been through. I was here for the last command before Yanni.
So it was, when I came on, it was Peach and Crimson, and then they left for the fucking fireworks of bullshit, and now I see Crimson's back, which is whatever. And then Stroker took over because he left state, and then Stroker left now, and now it's Yanni.
Right. So I was only here when Stroker was in because Stroker's the one that brought me up to where I was at with TEU and stuff like that. Stroker even knowed that I have some issues. I do know that for a fact.
Okay.
Yanni knows that I have some issues. Yanni's seen it. Yanni's on my friends list. Me and Yanni used to talk all the time. We still talk all the time. But it's just a matter of, everybody else, these people that are below us, I understand they have a lot more experience than us and stuff like that. But they also got to realize there's a chain of command to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone takes scene like SWAT, like he did, the whole scene, as you noticed, he never stayed behind me. He was supposed to stay behind me because I was activated as SWAT. And I didn't want him to say there's another person in here and shot him. Who's that going to reflect on? Because he didn't listen to me.
Right.
I mean, I was doing as y'all trained me to do, clear the building first. I didn't have bomb gear. I don't have the bomb gear. I'm pretty sure I can get the bomb gear because I'm pretty sure
we don't even have bomb gear unless it's being made.
Well, the little robot, that's a bomb gear thingy. That's about all we have. I don't have that. I know it's in the game,
there's
but
the clothing, the in-game clothing for a Juggernaut outfit,
But yeah, I mean, but I knew there wasn't a bomb in our facility.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, the way they put it out there, they were screaming, get 8 out, like you said, and everything because you were evil. But we wasn't aware of that. And I was trying to clear this facility first before I made a decision on what to do next. And then he went to straight get a gas mask on before I could even finish reading because I kept reading part of it. And then he'd interrupt it and I had to start all over to read it again. That was where I got agitated and told him, listen, I was trying to explain to him, I'm in command right now. You cannot tell people to get gas masks on. Anywho, even if I'm correct, in most facilities in Milwaukee and bigger states, certain states, they have what they call ventilation system for your, attacks, correct? Depressurizing systems. So if I'm correct, wouldn't this department have a depressurizing system so we wouldn't have to get gas masks?
Those only work depending on the concentration of it. If it is just like, if it's concentrated to the size of the room, those systems work because they're meant to take care of 10% bigger than the room size. Well, that's different. But anyways.
So, but where you were at in the cell, if you were to release a bio attack, that area should lock up and depressurize, correct?
Essentially, at least the ventilation system would filter differently. It might lock down the whole building, because just how this building's designed, there is no firewall to separate parts of the building. But yeah.
But so with that being said, it wouldn't matter if we got a gas mask on anyways, because we'd be fucked either way.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just learned something that I wasn't aware of before. All right.
And that's to my understanding. It's not 100% correct, but from what I've read on them in the history books and stuff, that's what I know.
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah,
sorry,
so
okay.
There's something new that we just learned, and I wasn't aware of this before. I wasn't sure of it, I should say. I wasn't 100% sure. But even if we were, like in that scene, hypothetically, even if we were to get gas masks, we'd be pretty fucked anyways.
Because gas masks also only work for a certain concentration. That's what the systems for the building are built around anyways.
So, yeah, so if he'd actually, let's say he had actually hypothetically released the bio attack on us, it depends on what bio attack and if the gas mask is going to be perfected. But then if this building was designed the same way as the IRL building of a federal facility or, police station in the areas that Milwaukee, because Milwaukee's a big state. So big states have these, a lot of their federal and police buildings are bio-attack prevented. In other words, if a bio-attack is released into them, they hit a button, it locks the building down and depressurizes. So either way, if he'd have released the bio-attack in that scene, we'd have been fucked either way because we'd have been stuck inside.
Until
the building's depressurized.
And then they did a whole cleansing wash and yada yada.
Yeah, but so by the time they'd have got there and got the cleansing wash done, we'd have probably been dead either way.
Right.
Okay.
So, but I'm sorry. But next time, give me a little bit more time to understand what's going on. All right.
All right.
So, because I'm going to take a minute to read over it a couple of times to make sure I'm reading it properly, because I have to, certain words I have to fight to read. All right. So I read by, I'm going to go ahead and give you the depth to it. If you ever see me write a citation, I try to avoid writing certain citations, certain tickets, because it makes it harder for me to do it. And normally, if you ever look at like any of my citations, they don't sound right. People eventually get the idea of what I'm trying to say, because my spelling's not the greatest. I read and spell by memory. So if I can't read the word, I've never read the word. So if I've read the word, I can read it. That's not the same as spelling it. Just because I can read it don't mean I can spell it. So like weapon, for instance, it took me 4 days to realize how to spell weapon. So every now and then you'll hear me, and I'll say it out of character because it's embarrassing to ask, but I have to ask. Can someone spell certain things? Like you'll hear me say it.
And I was there for that when me and you were saved. You were asking me how to spell. What was it? Never mind, I'm not gonna go say that. But I was there for it.
Right. So that's a part of my problem. So with the reading and spelling, my reading and spelling's not the greatest. Math? Oh shit, I can do math like it's no tomorrow without a problem.
Yeah, with me, with my dyslexia, for me it comes with like, how do I say this? Really, words come in different spots than they actually are. So like, for instance, I was reading the first thing that happened just now, has been hospitalized. I see it as sometimes it'll pop up as, Ben has hospitalized or hospitalized has been, like I get the words mixed up with where they actually are.
Right, and like on texting, like if I'm texting on my phone, my B's and D's, I never know which one the B and the D. My I and my L, I can't really tell the I and the L. My phone has been altered to where it shows both cap and lowercase, so I know what's what. And it's because that's like when you hear me read off a plate, I'll think it's an O. If it could be a 0, and I'll think it's an O, because they look the same. And that's part of my dyslexia.
They're actually the same.
Oh, okay.
They're only different in CAD.
But that's just like, let's say, sometimes you'll see me type out something, like certain words. It'll never look right. It'll look weird. Like you'll hear people's like, what's this mean? And you'll hear them like come up to me out of character and ask me what I'm trying to say. So I could actually, and that's why I sometimes talk out of characters, because I have no other way to explain it in game. As a scene ordeal, I understand you have more experience at this than I do. A lot of these guys have more experience than I do. Some of these boys are IRL cops, and I think Farmer, is it you that's the game warden?
I'm the truck driver.
All right, sorry, it's Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Bill here have only been at this for about a year, roleplay wise. So.
Well, so far from this conversation, I'm just gonna be honest. It sounds like you're staying, correct?
Yes. If that, I'm gonna take a break from it though for a day or two.
You want like a week, or are you just fine with 2 days or so?
I'll tell you what. I'll message you when I'm coming back. How's that? It ain't gonna be no week. It may not even be 2 days. I may get annoyed with civilian and just go to straight to tow for a little bit. I don't know.
So you're still gonna be on server though, correct?
Right. But
okay, so at least I'll be able to interact with you.
So here's my issue, and I want to explain it to you. You missed the whole scene with Bailey. All right, I'm a corporal, as you know, and from my understanding, I outrank some people, and I get where these guys have a little bit more tolerance to certain things than I do. Okay, because their voices are a little bit different, so that sounds all the time they sound so serious. That's the best way to explain it. I don't have a deep voice. I don't sound serious. I'm 30 years old, and I have issues. Okay, so Bailey didn't respect anything. Like there was a whole scene. Like there's going to be a sit down and talk about a whole thing with. Oh, I can't go into detail, but I can tell you there's going to be a sit down and talk. I guarantee it.
Do I need
Because
to
it's already
bother sitting
been.
down with her tonight yet, or did you take care of it some other way?
I have no clue if anybody's talked to her. Jackson was going to, and then before Jackson could do it, he had stuff to do.
What's up with? I'm just gonna be honest. What's up with her? Actually, she's just disrespectful to everybody in the community.
No. Like she was fine and dandy to me at first. Now I'm not also going to tell you this. Now this does not leave this room because this and I'm being serious, Farmer.
Don't say because I'm still live.
Oh, gotcha.
If that matters, then yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you about it later, Farmer.
Yeah.
Because you need to be aware of this as well as some other people.
Yeah, after this whole thing, I'm going live too. So.
Okay. So, but with that being said, it needs to still be dealt with because no one's dealt with it that I'm aware of yet.
Okay.
But I've noticed she is not just disrespectful to us, but as she is disrespectful to other policemen too, other departments. And I'm surprised no one's
is trying to speak with me too, but I keep cutting him off. He jumps my VC a couple of times now.
All right, well, we'll let you back to it, and I'm gonna jump on tow or something.
All right, then I will alert the command that you're taking a leave of absence, unknown how long, just so they know it's okayed.
All right, and then you tell them I'll DM you when I'm back.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
All right, you have a great day.
You too.
God, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. That fucking conversation hurt a little bit. Like I felt it.
Oh jeez. Yeah. All right, I gotta move on to the next situation here, if you wouldn't mind.
Yep.
If anything else, just DM it to me, please, and I'll get it situated with command.
Cool.
Sound resumed.
Go ahead, code 5. Can we get one more additional 32 at 277 for code 5 stop?
Oh, 350 cancels up code 5. 316, are you active for MT-071?
Code 5 first, and then he said we want to request after that.
358, we're not stopping off with this to a code 5 stop. They're not identifying, they want a supervisor.
Where was the code 5 at now?
Be advised, the code 5 is going to be canceled. If there was no supervisors on, it was going to turn into a code 5 stop. Unfortunately, now that we just need a supervisor, so.
Okay.
Hello.
Bang, bang!
He's taking off.
Fucking hell.
We're going northeast East Joshua Road, 300, going on to Joshua Steel, continuing.
Secondary can be taking call outs if needed.
I think you called out.
Be advised, game just froze.
AFM, northeast East Joshua Road, jump on 0, the only unit is 1080, room additional 2. Going right, southbound North Freeway. Struck my vehicle, 320 North Freeway.
U.S. Secondary taking calls. We're going to be at postal 322 heading southbound North Freeway. He's going to be going at a rate of speed of 90 to 95. Traffic's going to be somewhat clear. Shots fired. One officer has lost control of their vehicle. We're going to get additional 32s. Postal 313. Shots fired.
Locked in place.
He went down into a ditch. I lost eyes. I got eyes.
He's on the railroad tracks, he lost the tag, vehicle stopped. Foot bailing.
He's going to be coming up the hill right to you. He's up on the bridge.
You're hitting another officer.
Be advised, he's going to be up on the bridge trying to get into a police vehicle.
Chief, you shot another officer. I'm 1090.
All units just revived. They took off in a cardboard box car.
Hey, fam.
shit, how'd the passenger get out? He was still in the vehicle.
Still one in the car.
You guys officers down.
Farmer, there's not, there was 2 in there, but his partner got another vehicle somehow, and he was in the vehicle and shot at my car.
There was 2 of them at the time, and one shot my car out, and I kept firing at them through
They're
my
back.
windshields.
They're back in the cardboard car underneath the bridge on the tracks. Going into that fully thinking we have fucking parachutes yet. No.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Oh, this is bullshit. Hold on, I got up my heads.
Did we lose eyes?
Consider the call of Code 4. We've lost eyes. All officers revive. Respawn to station. Basically start a new life over. And yeah.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to look for them.
No, I'm gonna get my ass out of this damn charger, cause this shit's slippery.
912.
Go for tap. Can we get you down at 313 northbound Serrano Freeway for negative. Forget about it.
So am I not coming now?
Negative, sir.
Hey, firm.
Alright, go back to station. Start getting the pull back over. Get on the radio there. Technically, they killed us all. That's the only way to do it proper. So.
Yeah, but my thing is, how was, like, the passenger was in the car, right? He shot me out, I shot a tire out of his. They wrecked and the passengers disappeared.
No, I was so far behind, I had no idea what the hell was going on, so.
I was on his ass. He shot my tire out. I shot his out. He crashed apart. The passenger disappeared, and then I lit the truck up while I was shooting down range over the bridge and ram it and stopped their car. And I guess the other one jumped out while driving. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I showed up, and when they were broke down there, I jumped down. One was climbing out of the truck, but that's as far as I know.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, just go back to the station. Get another car, all that fun shit.
Yep.
348 tow.
Go for 10.
Find to 314 Snow Freeway northbound for an empty surcharger.
What's that postal one more time?
314.
Hey, firm, is that going to be on the northbound or southbound lane?
Northbound.
Hey, firm, I'm en route. Up.
All units in your respawning, try and pull out a vehicle with a full wraparound ram bar if possible. I don't know if our new menu has any.
50, I don't think they all, but I don't think any of them has wraparound.
All Milwaukee County Sheriff's officers, when you get your new cars out, they will be SUVs. The Explorer does have full wraparounds. Use that due to the weather.
58, which Explorer?
I'm finding that out at the moment.
A-firm.
Tow 2, show me on scene.
I have I was a victim of a gunshot wound. Apparently there's an officer that told me to come to the station after he got out of the hospital that he does.
Radio check.
Lima Charlie.
10-4, show Captain 62, 10-8, and for MFD.
be advised, the two people in a gray truck that murdered Leo about 25 minutes ago, there's a victim here that was shot by them earlier, so if you do catch him, throw on an extra attempted murder charge.
Affirm.
Did we find out what vehicle does?
So it seems we no longer have that because every vehicle that's supposed to is breaking my M menu, so they've been taken out.
Yeah, because all the ones I know actually have wraparounds is our old vehicles.
And those are gone now.
The new Charger has a wraparound bumper.
Yes,
new
but
Charger?
you can't use a Charger to pit a truck twice its size in this weather.
That's true.
That's what I'm
I
trying
got
to
a
work
supervisor
around.
down to 294. I'm just getting some information that I'd like the supervisor to hear.
Rear, closing.
That one, the windows are broken.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still using it because it's the only thing different.
I say you can. What rank are you, Sergeant?
Staff Sergeant.
I think you
I
can
can do a
use
little
the
bit of what I
RAM.
want. Cause no, that's not.
Do we have any
skid.
available supervisors?
What? No. Oh, you can't go
I'll
on
be there
marked,
momentarily.
Lieutenant.
I can go unmarked if I feel like it. I'm just not going to. I don't like unmarked. I like slick top.
Got it.
I'll just pull my CID truck out.
Go for it.
Postal for the supervisor request.
It's gonna be the Sandy Shores Police Department.
Fucking Christ. Documents. Roster.
I don't know.
He just.
Yeah, this is the guy that told me to
that
come.
he did shoot at them first. So at the time, I'm detaining him until we can get further
No, I can't use them until.
get further information about the
Got it.
situation. All right, let's go ahead and bring you over here real quick, and I'll talk to my supervisor. Do you have anything on you that's gonna? Before I put you in, so do you have anything on you that's gonna stick and poke me or hurt me within your clothing? If I do search your clothing.
I don't think so.
Alright, so you wouldn't mind if I just pat you down real quick?
No, I
She's
don't
ready
think
in
so.
service.
Just at least being an SUV.
Affirm.
That was in Discord.
Oh.
Yeah, goof.
I'm not sure why
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
unlocked. Or that one.
drive the 2020 Explorer. I can't get over it. I love this car. And I'm not a goof.
I'm gonna take this class off.
Could have called you a goober.
That's even.
I can talk to you over here real quick.
I know.
I
Alright,
wish
so he
we
came
still had
in,
our own cars, dude.
Writing a report about wanting to write a report about him getting shot by the two guys that were driving that truck that shot at us earlier in that 1080.
It would basically be an incident report.
Yeah, incident report. He was filling that out, explaining the situation to me, and then within him explaining the whole situation, he told me that they hit the back of his car, and then he opened fire on them, and then that's when they returned fire and shot him. So, thought I should call you down here just to clarify that I'm doing the correct thing with you, just making sure.
So it's still an incident report, but now
I
you
like
need
how
to
everybody
figure
slows
out
down when a cop gets behind them. It's so
how-
funny.
Like, if it was in fear for his life that he opened fire on them after he hit his car, so that'd be a self-defense move.
I'm
Granted,
getting
it's
flipped
not
off.
really self-defense, but he's got
Oh
several
my
escape
god,
angles.
this is love.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, because he said it happened
So-
at the Hot Wings at the or Hot Rock Wings, whatever it's called, up the road at that gas station. So
Okay.
he had many escapes, and there's several people around supposedly. So
And do you have any of their names that you could collaborate anything?
I can ask him, see if he knew anybody that was around.
He's the one that told me that there's people around. So.
Yeah, because if you can speak to anyone that can corroborate that, then okay. Obviously, everything will work together at that point. It's just kind of a shit show because
Why is
if
my
you
roster
open
open
fire
again?
on them, you could actually get him for brandishing a firearm, firing a firearm, all those charges in public, and yeah.
Okay, Yanni and
Alright, and if
Triszer
it
is
was
on the
at
roster.
somebody, isn't that also attempted murder?
You could get him
What
for
are they doing
attempted
to
murder for
Fireman's
shooting
Lane?
the guys that shot at him, but
But at the same time, he opened up first. That's my only.
yeah,
Captain
yeah,
62,
I get that.
fire will be 10-7 at this time.
It's just kind of a gray area. I mean, you're going down the right paths, yes. It's just how to actually get it to stick without getting the wrong shit.
Okay. I'll go ahead and ask him a few more questions. I'm gonna read him his rights before, just because, give him his rights, and I will see if he'll allow me to question him for a minute.
Alrighty.
What have so many
Alright.
tabs open?
I'm gonna go back out and annoy Bailey.
Alright.
Metal's just clipping my stuff. Okay, thank you, Metal. Nice. I'm getting ghost pinged and I don't like it. I was actually being this time. Ow!
Are you trying to use that?
I'm trying to find a trailer I can hook to the back of my truck.
What truck you got?
That one there.
Alright, hang on, what's up? What kind of trailer are you looking for?
Flatbed that I can put a plow on the back of.
Okay.
Because apparently there's not a lot of trucks that a lot of vehicles I can use, or trailers I can use with that truck. I don't know if that'll work on it either.
It's too high, hang on. I
The
don't have them marked which way I want them.
Yeah, the itty bitty one doesn't work on it. Like there was a little one that was supposed to work. It didn't work either.
What about this guy?
I can try it. We'll give it a try, see what happens.
348, I'm going to be heading up to the Hot Wheels, or whatever it's called, for CCTV.
10-4, make sure you pull out an SUV at least.
Yep, nope.
10-9.
Just pull out an SUV at this time with the weather conditions, please.
Like, I think it has to be like the old school trailer, like the regular stock trailer build that's in game, yeah.
I don't play with Badger's trucks, so I don't know their tricks, but yeah.
Yeah, because I know we can pull like the boat trailer with it that's already in here.
Try this one.
Nope. Weird, right?
How are you with speaking with Yanni and all them? Or Yash?
Huh?
Do you speak with Yash a lot or no?
User disconnected from your
I
channel.
can, if Yash comes around, I can speak with him normally. But I normally try not to, I have him on my friends list, I just try not to bother him as much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you could just open a dev ticket and have them, give them the spawn code to that pickup and whatever trucks Badger has, and then give them the spawn codes to the trailers you want them to pull, and they'll just add them to the files.
Okay.
They can do that.
Is that Does he have to restart your server for it to work?
I don't know I don't know how quick they're gonna do it, but that's just
Okay,
you can talk to him at least about it.
I mean, the best I could do is like I'd rather have him come over here and just mention it to him, see what he says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, is he busy right now that you're aware of?
I don't think so.
Because he's in like chat right now, and I know the last one was the last scene he was on was over at the Lauren Freeway.
Yeah, he was just in station right now with us, just standing there.
What's his call sign? Do you know?
No, I know none of that.
Disconnected from your channel.
Oh, now he left. Asshole! He knew we were talking about him, didn't he?
Probably.
Hey, is it cool if I snatch it from you for about 5 minutes?
Snatch who?
You.
4. I didn't do it.
I just need to talk to you about some things real quick.
All right, hold on. Is it Y-A-H? How's it spelled?
Y-A-S-H.
Y-A-S-H.
For Yash.
Jesus. Hey. Alright, yeah, what's up?
If you just want to go inside, we can go talk about it real quick so no one else hears. I mean, you can come too. I'll talk to these over there. Alright. Names are unknown, and one other guy with Alright, cool. Is it cool if I just take a look at those CCTV?
Yeah, you just
315 back to you.
here.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you still on radio? I don't know what's up with that stripe. That's what it is. I don't like random stripes. Do we have any fire?
I believe fire is unavailable at this time.
10-4 last I heard they went 10-7, but their station's fully stocked.
Yeah, I believe he is testing things at this time frame out of AOP.
10-1.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, it's been a clusterfuck.
What happened?
Oh, people stepping on people's toes. So Bailey earlier tonight was extremely disrespectful to Bell, and that kind of set off his buttons. And then I went Civ, and there was an issue with him and 348 that sent him over the edge even more, and now he's requested a leave of absence unpublicly. So I sat down and spoke with him face to face, and that's what we came to. Otherwise, he was just going to hand me a resignation right there on the spot.
What happened with Bailey?
I'm not entirely sure because I was doing paperwork and other stuff on the side while there was hardly anything going on, and I went to go get dinner, and she ran him over in the parking lot. And so before that, actually, there was something went down with a suspect she had. She brought him to the station. There was a lot of angerment going on. And I was dispatching training, that's what I was doing. But she brought him into the station, had him in a cell, and she pulled her taser out. I don't know what happened really before that. Mr. Bell would know. And so he tried talking to her, and she got snobby with him right away. Before that, I guess she was perfectly fine until he started questioning her. And then we were out in the parking lot, and I was ending my training, and I was showing 314 some CID stuff, and then I went to go get food, and when I came back, everybody was gone. They all went Civ, basically. But as we were in the parking lot, she ran him over, got in her car, and he was trying to talk to her, get her to come back over to his car and chit-chat, and she mumbled some shit off, got back in her cruiser, and I don't know if she deleted it and disappeared, went Civ, or what exactly happened at that point. That was like right as I was taking my headset and shit off. But that set him, that was like the initial, like, just smash his buttons, and I just set everything off. And then I was going to talk to her tonight here, and now she just disappeared from server, and I haven't had a chance to speak to her in game about it, but yeah.
Okay, and what about with 348? What did he do?
So with 348, I was doing a Civ scene, and the character's past in the past, he's very nice with fire. He likes Molotovs, big fire scene, things like that. So I was saying that the county boys are running around freaking out, saying, "Get 8 out of here, he's a bastard, da-da-da," all this stupid shit. And,
Whoa, hold on, back up. I'm not tracking. 348? As in the one that's sitting in the General VC, Simmons?
Yes.
He likes fire and...
No, my character.
Oh.
I was Civ at the time, he was Leo.
Okay.
So I was saying that the county police were running around the station freaking out that my character was in the station because they don't like him, like they're scared of him kind of thing. I was trying to build a story behind it, and he kept asking Bell to come tell me to look at my skybox.
Sound muted.
And Bell came over by me and like, just give me a couple minutes. I'm writing out a nice long one that has some information to it. And when I sent it, 348 told Bell to put a gas mask on. It was like basically demanding him, even though Bell was SWAT in the station. I don't know what really led to that other than my storyline causing that reaction out of him. But they had a little tiff. Bell went out of character, pulled 348 to the side, and that pissed off 348 because it was in the middle of the scene, not at the end of the scene, and it caused a rift. And then staff got involved there for a little bit. I believe it was 501. And then I took them both up into the office and had them talk it out verbally, not shouting at each other. And we basically, it got to the point where Bell's like, well, here, I'm going to have my letter of resignation to you by the end of the day. He went to the other office across the hall, and I was speaking with 348, and like, we need to respect our chain of command. And when other officers, if out of character stuff happens, do drag it out of scene. Don't be nagging on people to be answering the skybox all the time. Some of us do take longer. I've got it all recorded and fucking streamed, and I still am, and whatnot. So it's all there to review on. Okay. So that is why Bell is on his leave as he requested, and he would be messaging me when he's ready with all that. And I don't think Bell can see supervisor stuff.
He can. He's a corporal. He's on the right side. You can see it.
Okay.
he can't see like command and stuff, but he can see the supervisor because he's considered a supervisor.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna drop down to command VC with me, Reeves.
Give me 2 seconds.
I can move you if you want.
You and Beck both. Within the next, probably in 10-15 minutes.
Do you want me to join this
Administration- Administration's got some shit that needs to be taken care of with a member of the department. I'm gonna have you two sit in with me.
All right, let's all drop down to command. Bell, I'm gonna move you down there for a moment, okay? I got you, buddy. I'll move you. Sorry, I'm on my laptop, so I'm trying to figure this out, and fucking Mac Discord is not relatively helpful.
Let's say that jank ass thing.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. So here's what I got, right? Bell, are you okay to talk about what happened tonight, or do you want to leave it be for a minute? Because you're one of my dudes, man. You were there back in Buckeye, so I want to hear what's up.
Right. So I've been having a rough time with a lot of different things. One of the things we don't really need to worry about is just it's dealt with itself. He understands where I was coming from. I understand where he was coming from. But with the ordeal that happened tonight was this: I've been getting basically dissed by a lot of the under deputies. Like Bailey's was very disrespectful. Farmer seen it for himself that she was very disrespectful to me. And then I have another scene where I tried to take command for SWAT, because we didn't have any other SWAT units on for Farmer's scene, and it did not go to plan. And it's just at this point, I don't want to leave the department, but I have issues, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that I have issues. Like with my spelling, reading, it takes me a lot longer to respond to certain things than it would, typically you guys. And I guess he wasn't aware. He hadn't interacted with me a little bit as much. Where like some of the times when I feel that I need to say something, I feel like if I wait till after the scene, I'll forget about it, which sometimes I do. And so I pulled him to the side, and he thought I was just trying to be out of character on purpose and stuff. I'm assuming is what he thought. It was a misunderstanding between me and him. And there's certain things like it was Jay Simmons. He's got the experience, and I get where he's coming from.
Okay.
Well, can we jump back to what happened with Bailey exactly? Can you walk me through a little bit, if that's
Bailey. All right. So in a scene, we were inside of we arrested Sergeant. It was Sergeant Jackson's character, his Civ character.
Gentlemen, good evening.
And needless to say, she did not search him on the scene. She searched him, but he told her he had a knife. She didn't take the knife off of him. And then she had me take the gun off of him on the scene, which I did. I put it in an evidence bag in the back of her cruiser. We took her down. He took her down to the She took him down to the station, where he's sitting there playing with a switchblade inside the cell because she didn't take it off of him. Instead of her reacting to, can I have the knife without going in the cell or anything like that, or he's already mentioned he didn't like her. He would talk to me. Instead of letting me try to get the knife, she goes straight to her stun gun inside of the jail cell area. And in my opinion, that you don't go straight to your stun gun. You try to reason with the person. They're in a cell. As long as the cell's door is locked, they're not going to be able to get to you if you stand a decent ways back from it. You don't have to be right up on top of that.
You sound like my administration at my prison. If the cell door's shut, what threat are they?
Right. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's how I felt about it.
No,
but she went.
And you're right, but continue. My bad.
She went straight to her stun gun. Well, I pulled her aside, and she just was wanted to be she wanted to be disrespectful the whole time. And then I ain't gonna lie, I jailed him for 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. I sent him in for 10, and you know how it does it when you do it for 10. And the reason I did that was because, you know, there wasn't very many people on, very many civs. And I know some of you guys, you know, if there's a crap ton of civs, it's okay to jail them for, you know, the full time. But if there's not a crap ton of civs that are doing anything to get us action, you know, send them in, let them get right back out so they can start a brand new scene. Easy as that. She had a conniption fit because she said she wasn't done with him at that point. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. You can't just leave him set in that cell. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be right and fair to him because we're taking role play time away from him. You got all the information you need. He had a knife on him. It's not my fault you didn't take his knife. You know, he had a gun on him. He was wanted for theft. How much more could you need to prosecute, you know, to write your report? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know, you know, okay, he was arrested for theft at 24/7. We have him on camera giving the owner of the 24/7 a note stating, I owe you. And then we have the 911 call on file. Normally you would have the 911 call on file. We caught him. We did a code 5 stop on him because we know, you know, he had ran from us before. We code stop 5'd him, you know. It's pretty common sense to put it out there. And then, you know, you jump my ass when I'm trying to help, you know, I'm trying to help you understand, you know, right then and there, you know, it's not a good idea to pull a stun gun outside of a jail cell. Like as you being a correctional officer at a jailback, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, the first thing you learn inside there is, I'm almost certain is, do y'all carry stun guns or do y'all actually carry pistols?
We have OC spray, pepper ball pistols, stuff like that. We don't carry electronic devices or firearms behind the secure door.
All right, and the reason for that is because one, you're carrying one of the inmates get a hand on it, you know, then you're in some big trouble. But the main reason I wouldn't, and this is where I was trying to get to, is I wouldn't pull a stun gun out inside of a cell. Because let's say you pull that gun stun out inside of them cell doors. You go to strike it, you go to point it, and let's say, hypothetically, you know, a lot of people don't miss, but there's that one chance, you know, you could miss and hit the cell doors. There's only one or two things that's going to happen. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the ricochet. And then it could hit, you know, it may only be one prong, but one prong still sends a shock sometimes.
No, it doesn't, but it's besides the point. But I get what you're saying.
But she was just very weird about it all.
For a second. Yeah. I know back in Buckeye, because I know everybody but Farmer was there. PD had a policy where if you went and took somebody to the jail cells, you had to take your holster off. You took your holster off, you took your duty belt off. Purely because we had people saying reaches for officer's gun in the cells and shit like that. If that's a policy we're going to have to institute here, it'll be a discussion between, you know, 01 and 03. But I think that with stuff like this happening more and more often, I've seen people go down there and hop in the cells with people. I just haven't said anything. If we're going to have an issue, we're going to have to implement a policy where somebody's doing something in the cells, you get your pepper spray. We're not going to be deploying tasers and stuff in the cells.
I personally, Belle is still a supervisor.
Yeah.
Her interaction with him is at the best unbecoming.
I'm going to say this inside the department real quick for y'all. But not only that, I'm not sure if it's just me, and it may just be me, but the girl actually makes me feel a little uncomfortable the way she's attached to me sometimes. Like, I could be setting and running radar, and, you know, most of y'all will pull up, hey, how you doing? You're everything all right? And then pull off. No, she will sit there and try to run radar right beside me and chit-chat with me the whole time. Like, she's got a crush on a dude. Like, I don't know if that's just her personality, and I'm not saying she's got to think for me, but sometimes the way she interacts with me makes me uncomfortable. I will say it. Like, okay. I have a wife and kids, and, you know, it's just, my brother has noticed it, that she follows him around too. It makes us uncomfortable. Now, whether it be her personality, I don't know, but I'm a little bit afraid to say something because I don't want to offend her and it actually be her personality, because I don't know her in IRL.
Okay, we'll look at that and keep that in mind, but at this like very moment, you're still a supervisor, right?
Okay.
You may be the lowest level supervisor, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but you are still a supervisor. You're still supposed to be respected in that manner. At least the rank, maybe not the person. If that's her fucking problem, that's her problem. But you have ultimately a decision in the disciplinary process, because if she was out of line and performed actions that were unbecoming and she did these things that cause safety issues, this is a conversation that we can all have, and we can all, create some type of remedial training or something like that to handle this situation.
Okay.
So whether that be retraining, instituting a new policy like they were stating.
Hey, Farmer.
What?
Could you mute your stream?
Sure.
Just while they're talking.
Sure.
Because I don't want private command staff conversation just going out to the public.
I guess I can just end it. We're done anyways.
Oh, I mean, whatever you want to do. I just wanted to make